This is Psalm 94:20, and it says, Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by law? I like to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostle elders, a great millstone who rule well, and salutations to all you brothers out there pushing this word in love, truth, sincerity, and humility. Once again, it's the brother Shati from the Chicago camp, coming back to you with what I hope is another quick and edifying sit down. And I'm not going to make this long, but it was a very interesting video. And brothers have done videos on it in the past, but this lady gives a brief example on how Esau's court system, bad Uncle Esau's court system, is set up with the intention to purposely catch you up. And if you're not aware that as it pertains to bad Uncle Esau's court system, his laws, if you are not aware that there are two different jurisdictions, then you will fall prey to the system. All right. So there's this video on TikTok. I'm not going to play all of it. It's 4.5 minutes. I'll probably play maybe half of it, and then we'll get some more scripture.
Respond appropriately.
The court system speaks its own language.
So when you go in for a hearing, they're listening to see if you know who you are. So what the judge is going to determine is what jurisdiction you're going to be in. And so when you know who you are, you know how to answer or respond appropriately. So when the judge asks you, can you hear me? Is he asking to see if the sound and the volume's okay? Can you physically listen and hear him? Or is he asking something else? So a way to answer that would be, define hearing. Are you talking about audible, sound, volume? He wants you under his jurisdiction. What jurisdiction is that? Admiralty law, commerce, commercial law, right? Because when he has jurisdiction over you, that means that the courts have authority over you. The court has jurisdiction over you, meaning you're a ward of the state. So they can determine the outcome because they're a parent corporation. A parent corporation to the corporation that sounds like you but isn't you. So
that's referring
Jane
to your
Doe,
straw man.
all caps, sounds like Jane Doe,
or
your
corporate
family
fiction.
name. So when they say, is Jane Doe here, and you answer yes, you've just subjected yourself under their jurisdiction. So you could say something like, I'm here to address the matter. Friends call me Jane. You can call me Jane. And you're not admitting that you're somehow an all caps name corporation. There's so many little tricks and nuances to the courts. So the more prepared you are, the better off you'll do, and the more tools in your tool belt you'll have. So standing. Developing one's standing comes over time. So we stand, then we stand again, then we stand again. Oftentimes people think it's just one and done. And sometimes you test yourself to see how well you're standing. But the judge is testing you because, do you mean it? Do you really mean it? Are you sure? Are you really sure? In one situation, we heard of the judge asking or saying to the woman, threatening her. The judge says, well, if you don't capitulate to our decision here, the court will not protect you. Well, the question is, was the court ever protecting her? I mean, let's think about it. Who is the...
So you see, the system is already set up for people to fail because most people are not going to take the time to study admiralty or commercial law. And as the woman said, in this society, there are two types of jurisdictions or people. Okay. Now, to put it in a layman's terms, there is the fleshly spirit being that is, well, let's use her example, Jane Doe. All right. That was given life by Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, that was birthed through a mother. That's a fleshly human being with rights that were automatically given to people through the authority of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. That's one person. And then you have Jane Doe, all caps, which is Esau's standard of how he views people. The straw man, as they say, the corporate fiction, the corporation, the entity, or as you might see in certain documents, you're the tenant, or you're the guarantor, the guarantee, or the renter, or the holder. You know, you're never referred to as a person. You're always referred to as an entity of business. And see, whether you know it or not, when you go into a courtroom, they tell you without telling you. When you go into a courtroom and you see an American flag with the golden fringes all around it, that is admiralty law. It has nothing to do with the Constitution or the fleshly human being soul that was created by Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, given the God-given inalienable rights by the Most High. And see, when we go into the courtrooms, we are, even if we are aware, Esau is still not going to let you beat him at his own game. Because they have created a system in which they only want to succeed. And the people that are helping them, they only want them to succeed as well. Because when they succeed, the people above them succeed. And so this is why, once again, Psalm 94 and 20, it says, shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by law? Right. Because as the woman says, once you subject yourself, once you make these verbal contracts that you perceive is just a normal question, now you subject yourself to the jurisdiction of the system. You have now said, I refuse to do this under the guise of the human soul. I will approach this situation as the corporate fiction, as the plaintiff, as the guarantor, the renter, the holder, giving bad Uncle Esau all the authority over you. Once again, we'll go to, well, not once again, but we'll go to Isaiah 10 and 1, where it says, woe to them that decree unrighteous decrees and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. Meaning destruction to all these unrighteous decrees, because I believe it's in the Bill of Rights where it says that even in their own words, even though it's not applying to anybody outside the so-called white man, still, even in their own documents in writing, they explain to you that all men were created with these inalienable rights given to them by Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. But it's funny, when you go to their courtrooms, it's not so. Okay, it's just not so. And you find this out the hard way when you wonder why you're subject to this company? Why are you paying child support? Why you have to pay all these taxes and different types of debts? Why all these people can now interfere in your business as it pertains to you raising your children? Why is it that the state can interfere in a relationship between you and your woman? See, when you start going through these different processes in life, you come to find out that all this shit is just it's meant for you to be destroyed. All this pit that bad Uncle Esau has created is strictly meant for you to fail. You are not supposed to overcome or experience any type of success whatsoever. And this is why the scripture tells us to arise ye and depart, for this is not our rest. Micah 2:10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction. Now, it's not telling us to physically get up on out of here. Okay, it's telling you to depart from this place mentally and spiritually. Don't think that you can have justice in a system that was designed for you to fail. And see, that's the problem with a lot of these jakes. They're always talking about, if we need change, we're going to show our power through the black vote. When we go to the ballot box, we're going to show our power and our voting. We're going to go to the court system. We're going, all these solutions that they perceive is going to help them is further going to ensnare them in a bigger hole, a bigger trap. Because this system was not meant for us. That's why we have to depart. And the more these people depend on the system, the more it's going to destroy. That's why it says, because it is polluted. Why? Because these admiralty laws are not based on anything that has to deal with the law, statutes, and commandments of the Bible. They claim the Constitution and the Bible are the highest laws of the land, but they don't abide by it. This is why the scripture tells us in Psalms 50:16, but unto the wicked, the Most High said, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes? All right. Why are you saying that the Bible and the Constitution is the highest form of the law of the land that we shall all live by when, or that shouldest taketh my covenant in thy mouth, seeing thou hatest instruction and casteth my words behind thee? Why do you say that we all need to be law-abiding citizens? Why is it that when you go to a courtroom, you swear on the Bible? The president swear on the Bible. The Bible and the Constitution, once again, is the highest form of the law of the land that we shall all live by. Why do you tell people that we should abide by this, but you hate the instructions? And you have no regard for the law. Because when you watch some of these videos, even when people do know about admiralty law and the Constitution, the judge still ain't trying to hear it. See, when you start outsmarting this devil with his own rules, then that's when they want to change the game up. Well, no. Well, I'm just going to dismiss it, or you're being unruly, whatever the case may be. See, bad Uncle Esau is the wicked. He has, there is nothing about the Bible or the Constitution that this devil wants to hold up. He wants to ensnare, and as it said in Micah, pollute and destroy every single thing. This is why the scripture tells us, I believe it's in the book of Revelation, or it might be in one of the Gospels, that he comes to steal, kill, and destroy. John 10:10. The thief, who's the thief? Bad Uncle Esau. Okay? He says, the thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. It would destroy you even with the sword destruction. That's what this guy does with his laws. He destroys people. As the scripture says, he is like that roaring lion seeking whom he may devour. And how is this devil devouring people? A lot of it is through his so-called legal system, when there's nothing legal about it. This is why we have to get up on out of this place. And we need, as the scripture says, that man that is more profitable. What does it say? In due time? Ecclesiasticus 10:4. It says, the power of the earth is in the hand of Yahweh. Exactly. What matches that is when you go to the book of Daniel, where it talks about how the Lord ruleth in the kingdom of men, and he can set up the bases of men. So it ain't nothing for the Lord to set up anybody, because he's the one that controls it all. Okay? And if seen as the Lord controls it all, he's the ultimate ruler. So it says the power of the earth is in the hand of Yahweh, and in due time he will set over one that is profitable. And that one that is profitable is Yahweh Shai. Because under his rulership, we're going to go back to the law, statutes, and commandments of the Bible, which are 100% righteous. We won't have to worry about a system where people are going to be cheated, defraud, and destroyed, all for personal profit and gain. So that's all I wanted to say on this. I hope you all are edified. To the next time, we're going to say shalom.